Welcome back to my little creative corner of the internet, and welcome to our Junk Journal July tour. Let's dive into my completed and finished, not so very, but quite bulky little junk journal that I completed in the month of July with all of you guys here on the channel. And let's have a little tour and have a little chat about how the challenge did go. I'm really happy with how my junk journal did hold up. So it's got a bit of chunk, but it's not too bulky. I think the main reason for that is this little envelope flap I have here at the start of the journal. So that's really, really nice. And like you all asked for in the comments, I will definitely post the tutorial for the envelope part of the junk journal very, very soon. I still have to edit that. In this month I only found the time to edit the daily junk journal July videos. So the tutorial for the envelope journal will come very, very soon. I will let you guys know as soon as I post that one. So let's dive in. On the first page I did include the prompt list from Get Messy and Mac Journals, and I really, really think it's so cute. And I did a little welcome as well as the first prompt of Spark here on the first page, and I really like the holographic material I included here. Then, maybe as a little side note, I did jump around in the journal. I didn't complete it from start to finish, going on to the next spread and the next spread and the next spread. I did jump quite a bit around, so for the second prompt postcard I did something back here in the envelope part of the journal, but I will now make the tour flipping through the journal in the regular kind of way, like you would tour a book or flip through a book. So it will not be in the daily form how I created it in the over July. So we will hop around a bit by sticking to the situation how the book is bound. Yeah, for the first day it was sparkle, and I did use some sparkles here, and I really like the holographic material, like I said. So next here we have day 4, which was tags, I guess. Labels. I did use 2 of my tags from my Dark Academia ephemera. I will leave a link to all my Etsy stuff that I used for the challenge in the description down below, if I remember. But there will definitely be my Etsy shop linked down below if you want to check that out. Yeah, I added a little quote on the backside of these labels. Here I did a page solely on the doily part, and I really like how kind of thin and flimsy this spread is. Next one is one of the biggest videos from my Junk Journal July challenge, which is the day number 3, where we had the prompt of fold, and I thought it would be quite a good idea, and I really like this spread. I think it's very simple, but it turned out nicely to just draw something different, kind of, but fitting to the illustration I had on this page here anyways. I really like this spread. The YouTube algorithm must have liked this video as well, kind of. And I'm so happy that so many lovely people of you found my channel and my videos through this challenge, and I wanted to thank every one of you who watched the videos, spent some creative time with me, left some lovely comments, and just the overall support on this challenge was really, really amazing, and it made it so much easier to stick to the daily effort of creating, as well as creating the video for each day. This is another spread I really enjoyed creating, and I really, like I said, I'm obsessed with this holographic material at the moment. here's a letter to myself. That was part of day 2, the postcard prompt. Here I did a more interactive spread with a little tag spot and a tag. Maybe I could add something on the back side of this tag. Yeah, here for observe was the prompt. And here is one of the more mixed media kind of spreads with the thread, and I really enjoyed how this spread turned out. That's also must be one of my favorite spreads for the challenge. So, as well as this one. So you might notice a pattern. I have quite a few spreads I'm really happy with. That's nice. Better this way than having not enough spreads or being not so happy about what you made in your journal. So happy with the challenge and the result in general. Here are some more. This was a prompt of scraps, and I did also do this side of the page for scraps. I just did use up a bunch of my different scraps and paper materials for this one. Here's the other side of the doily from the beginning, and I really like these different materials. It was perfect for the window prompt from, I think, day 7 or something. Yeah, I created a little window here that you could close and open, and I think it turned out really cute. Here that was the stamp page. And now let's get on to... Oh, Oh my god, I have to flip back to the prompt list to see which prompt that was. Oh my god. I should have... Yeah, that was something that I thought about while doing the challenge. I didn't really stick to writing down the date and the prompt on each page. Maybe that could be something that I do in the future for my next Junk Journal July. That would be a nice addition to have the prompt and the day on each page. That would be nice. So that prompt is definitely packaging, that I remember, and I really enjoyed how this one turned out. Here, this was tea-dyed, that I remember. It's not so long ago. I don't remember that prompt either, but I like the collage and I like how those spreads are both so different and on the other hand they go together quite nicely, I think. Now from tea spilled onto some coffee themed. That was day 14. Here I did write it down, so that's helpful. I really like this coffee dyed paper. That turned out quite lovely, and it was nice to add that to the journal for the weather spread here and make this little cup of coffee, kind of. Yeah, here is day 17, aged. For that I did use some old vintage fashion magazines, and I think this spread also has quite a vintage vibe, and I really like that about that. So now on to day number 19 and 29, I think. I really like the lace I did add here to the journal. It fits quite nicely, I think. And I really like that I can add some more mixed media materials to my junk journals instead of just having to stick to paper because the journal would be too bulky. In my sketchbooks I'm trying to just stick to paper and washi tape and the regular stuff to not make it so bulky, and I really like to dive into some more different materials when it comes to junk journaling, and also including a little tag here. Yeah, that's quite nice. Here is another one of my favorite spreads from this Junk Journal July. It was about time, I guess. What was the exact prompt? Timeless. Timeless. That could have been easier. So that was the spread for Timeless, and I really like how this one turned out with the window. I kind of have to realize I like these spreads where I did more than just a double page, and I did something that makes it more, adds some depth to it, that I really like about this spread. I think it turned out really, really nice. Now we are on to day 23 with tip-in. Here I had to Google what tip-in meant before I could. And then I decided to do something nature related and just add this little nature illustration I found in an old book. So I quite like the illustrations of the little vines I did here. I think they turn out nice. Now on to day 20, which prompt was picture. That's another spread I really enjoyed creating and I really like the outcome of that. And I think the backside of this spread tied in nicely with the music sheets on this side of the spread. Yeah, here this was the spread for poetic. I didn't feel quite inspired on that day, and I feel like it's simple and it's okay how it turned out, but I know that I wasn't really inspired that day, so I feel like you can see it, but I don't know, maybe just I am seeing that. Here is another one of the, I think it was Eternal. I really like this spread as well. It's quite simple too, but I think it works out really, really well. So now on to Shine. I really like this packaging I included in the journal. It has a nice fabric-y kind of touch to it, and the shine of the letters fit perfectly to the prompt of Shine, and that's another really nice spread. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's a nice spread, and I think it makes the junk journal, brings out the junk journal aspect, because it's really just packaging that would have otherwise gone to the bin, like with the packaging prompt as well. Here we are on to Homemade. You did see me, if you watched the video of that day, create this spread, and I did later on add a little list of what stuff you could make at home, just to have that space here filled and not leaving it empty. So now we are in the envelope part of the journal, which is in the end. It's kind of a leporello where you can flip out a bunch of stuff. I don't even know if I can fit that on the screen. I don't think so. So we have to look through it in parts. So here we have just a tuck spot with an old playing card. I didn't really do much with that, as well as this little card. I just added there when I created the journal and didn't really do much for the Junk Journal July. But I just thought it would be pretty to have it there. So now on to our final day of celebrations, and I did do a little illustration of YouTube play button and a little thank you for 2,000 subs on YouTube. So that was the thing I wanted to celebrate with all of you. So thanks again so much for all the fellow lovely creatives who found my channel through this Junk Journal July challenge and who enjoyed my videos and hopefully will enjoy my little creative adventures coming soon. So thanks so much for joining me on this creative adventure. Here we have the postcard from day 2, where I did a very fast and loose illustration of a boy. I really like this old vintage postcard. I think it looks quite cool. And here comes one of my also favorite spreads. Oh my god, I have so many favorite spreads! You maybe have noticed. There are quite a bunch who I'm really happy with how they turned out. And this one's another one that was for the prompt of buttons. And I think the buttons here just fit perfectly to the eyes of the model, so that was quite nice. Also here I have the luxury of having 2 places to put the card. I could do it in the envelope, or I could do it in the tuck spot here. So many options. I feel like I could also add some more stuff to the journal. Maybe I will go back in the future and add a bit of things here and there. We will see. Or maybe I should close it and call it done and do another one. Yeah, here I did add another card and didn't really do something with it but here we used some paint samples to make a little illustration. I'm really happy also how this one turned out. It was so colorful, and the Artex markers that Artex kindly sent me are really coming to their full potential here, and I'm really loving to work with those. They came in really handy for this challenge. So now we didn't see all sides of them here. Yeah, we have the back side of the journals as well, and we have here the page and the spread for shade. I also quite enjoy that one. It was quite simple. And here another not really used tuck spot, only some little astronomical ephemera. But yeah, that's fine. So yeah, that's everything. We have this part of the journal, or of the leporello kind of envelopes, and then we have this part. So that's everything. I'm really happy with how this whole challenge turned out and how this journal is now looking, and I think it has a nice bit of chunk to it, and it's got quite bulky, and I'm happy about that. I'm really happy with how the challenge overall turned out, and I'm really happy with how this little journal turned out. It was such a lot of fun, and thanks so much for everyone who commented, to everyone who was watching, who supported me throughout this challenge. I couldn't have done it and stick to all the daily videos without your kindness and all your celebration, and it really helped me to keep me motivated and keep me going. So thanks so much for joining me on this little creative adventure, and thanks so much for joining me on my creative journey here. If you are new to my channel and have hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more creative adventures from me coming in the future, hit the subscribe button down below, and then we will see each other not on a daily basis in the future, but there will be Saturday comes a new video, and somewhere in the middle of the week I will also try to establish a new little series based on all your lovely feedback for the Junk Journal July challenge, and I'm going to establish a series, spend some creative time with me, just journaling, sketchbooking, junk journaling, art journaling, whatever comes to mind, spending a bit of time together, creating together, talking about some creative processes, and hopefully just enjoying each other's company while creating. I hope you are excited for that one. The first video will come very soon, and then we will see how it goes. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. And how was your Junk Journal July? Let me know in the comments down below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And until then, see you very soon.